Welcome back to another episode of Bombshell 1111 Girl Talk Series Podcast. Bombshell 1111 is a platform created to teach ways to nourish the mind, body, and soul. This platform allows this podcast to create weekly content on podcasts with special guests each week that will stimulate your spiritual, mental, and physical growth. The podcasts are played on social media platforms such as Spotify, YouTube, Anchor Radio Station, Apple Podcasts, and more. This station has been created to allow us to interact with each other to share knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and light. So without further ado, please help me welcome your host and founder of Bombshell 1111 Girl Talk Series, Kia.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Bombshell 1111 Podcast. My name is Kia, and I'm your host. Tonight, you guys, we have another special episode entitled Generational Choices versus Generational Curses. And tonight, you guys, my special guest is Aziza out of Dallas, Texas. She is the creator and founder of Stay Down for the Crown. So without further ado, you guys, let's welcome Aziza to the show. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Bombshell 1111 Podcast. Tonight, you guys, we have another special episode with a very special guest. I'm so happy to have her on board tonight. At the end of the podcast, we have a special surprise that we're going to announce as well. So without further ado, you guys, let's welcome Aziza to Bombshell 1111 Podcast. Hello, Aziza. How are you?
Peace. I'm well, Queen. How are you?
I'm great. Peace. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much for Bombshell 1111 Podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm very grateful and humbled by it. I definitely am. Thank you.
You're very much welcome. So before we jump into the interview, I just want to kind of ask a question on how things are going, where you're located out there in Dallas due to the pandemic that's going on right now.
So I'm currently in the northern section of Dallas, North Dallas, the Nutty North. Mm-hmm. The Nutty North. So yeah, I'm in North Dallas here. Yeah. And the shelter it's doing whatever it's doing. I'm just, I'm safe. My family is safe, across the country because we are literally spread out everywhere. Yeah. But I'm good. I'm well. I can't complain. Yeah. I can't complain. I cannot.
That's good.
All praise due to the Most High. Everything is everything for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Not gonna let no pandemic stop all of this goodness that's going on. So it is.
Definitely won't. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So without further ado, let's jump right in. So, the listeners can know more about you and what we're going to be talking about tonight and have an understanding of, tonight's podcast. So without further ado, can you do a introduction with your name and what you're representing tonight?
Okay, so that's easy. I am Aziza Ankh, and most people know me by Aziza, or they may know me by my name, Alicia, which most people think, Lakea, I don't like my name. That's not it. I chose Aziza. Alicia is my great-grandmother's name. She was a very, very strong matriarch of our family, which is now my duty. So Aziza Ankh, beautiful and exalted, and the Ankh is what it is. It's the Holy Trinity. It's the black man, black woman, black child. So it's self-explanatory. So I'm here in Dallas, and I got some great things going on. Not only being here with you, on Bombshell 1111T, Stay Down for the Crown. That's really my focus right now, outside of all of my other hats that I wear: mother, sister, mentor, aunt, spiritual guide, music lover. Modeling, but Stay Down for the Crown is something that's been a lifelong work, because it's just taking my life experiences and wanting it to be a collective and expansive platform for all creatives, not negating any school of thought or knowledge. It's about creativity. It's about, elevation. And the main thing is paying homage to the divinity that's in all of us, especially as Black people, as the original people of this planet. So Stay Down for the Crown, is exactly, that. We, my goal is to use social media as a tool, which is meant for. To use it as a tool to connect and to gather whatever it is you're doing, whether it's poetry, whether it's music, whether it's just a think tank. It's almost like Andy Warhol. Basquiat came through his doors as a young graffiti artist when he was Samuel, and no one knew who Basquiat was. Annie Leibovitz, the photographer, Grace Jones, all of these people that he would have around him, and just bouncing ideas off of each other, to change the culture. And today is the Culture Freedom Day. Today is 4. So we are the culture, and we have to be the stewards of our culture. Otherwise, it will just get lost and watered down and diluted. So Stay Down for the Crown incorporates all of those things and then some.
So what specific services or what specific products are you going to be producing or in regards to your brand?
The first thing is my merchandise. The first round of tees will be my signature logo, which took a lot of work to get done because it needed to represent Aziza without saying any words on the logo. My logo has no words on it, at all, and it was purposeful in that way. I didn't want it to say Stay Down for the Crown. You need to be able to see it and recognize it. And even for someone who doesn't know that it's a 7-point crown for a reason. Yeah. The 7.7 is excellence. Seven is God. 7 is completion. So the crown has 7 points on it for a reason. The colors are black and gold. That's divine. That's royalty. So that was my way of incorporating what it is that I do know and paying homage to the holy flag of Islam in my own way, but not to shy anyone off that doesn't deal in that either. Yeah. Because what I want people to understand is whatever your crown is, stay down for it. Whatever it is. Okay. let's take away all of what it is and what people should be doing and what you should be paying homage to. You stay down for whatever it is. I don't care if you at home with these kids for the past 3 weeks and you have no idea what this new math is that they teaching. If you're just making it day to day, this is for the unseen, the unheard, the so-called dregs of society that people forget about. And even with our own community, we forget about them. But I can tell you this and stand on it, that some of my best jewels have come from those types of people. So it's important that I pay homage to them also. Also, my own lineage of where I come from, the shoulders that I stand on in my own family. Yeah. And I don't just mean family as far as familial ties. I don't really like to use the word friend. I refer to them as my tribe. Right. So whatever it is that everybody can bring to the table, it's just each one reach one, and we can all. It's collective economics. It's collective group economics. It's a way to carve out what it is that we know has been stolen from us. The knowledge, I don't need to hit people over the head with the knowledge that I know and I've acquired. Yeah. I just give you the keys and you run with it and come back and reciprocate to me what it is that you got out of it. Otherwise, we just wasting air.
So what is your goal for Stay Down for the Crown, and what makes it unique from any other entrepreneur's venture?
Because it's full of great creatives that I have, from poetry to self-published authors, singers, people that are just intellectual and want to see the edification of our people in the macro. Because I'm not dealing in the micro, so I'm dealing in the bigger picture. of what it can be, you know, and promotions, you know. I don't look at what I do as promotion because it's all right. It's a righteous intent. You know, when I'm shouting out someone that's doing something, that's me recognizing this person for what it is you're doing. And if I can support and lend in any type of way, I realize that's marketing and promotion. I didn't even think of it that way. I just felt like that's your duty our duty as people, to lift each other up, because someone may need to have that, or may have an idea and feel like, oh, I can't do it, you know. So that's really what it's about, and it's open and expansive to all things, you know, creative minds or even intellectual minds, you know, technical, you know, technology. I need people and have people in my circle to do that, because that's not one of my strong points. You know, so that's what, you know, Stay Down for the Crown is in its inception and its baby steps. But in where I am now in my path is manifesting that wisdom into something else. Right.
You said right now where you are in your path, that goes right directly into my next question. How long have you been in the making of the brand Stay Down for the Crown? And are you happy right now with where you are? And if so, or if not, is there anything that you would change? But if so, why are you happy right now with where you are with Stay Down for the Crown?
Man, it's just I have a big smile on my face. and the reason why, you know, I usually have a resting bitch face most of the time, unless it's something that really brings me joy, and all the labor and sacrifice that I've done, especially having the role of being the matriarch of my family. I'm the past, present, and future portal for my family. And I'm not the elder in the family. You know, I'm only 46. But I'm aware of my duty. Of what it is to leave behind, and that's a legacy. That's what it is. So I wouldn't change anything other than the fact that I won't even say I should have, because should tends to give perception of regret. Life circumstances happen, and it's always been burning in my soul, like a literal burn, really. And you know, if you can wrap your senses around the thing, you know, I can taste success, I can smell it, I can see it, I can touch it, and everything that I've wanted, it's come to me without having to do anyone an injustice or tear anyone down. It's just, you know, who I am. So I seriously started thinking about it about 5 years ago when my son went to prison. That's when it was like, I have to be able to do something for my seeds, and they're all grown. But I have to be the example for them. And then the generations are going to come thereafter, you know, for them to be able to look back on these podcasts or anything that I put down in writing and be able to pass the baton to them.
Correct. Yeah. So how did you know when you had the right idea for Stay Down for the Crown? How did you know it was the right idea?
It was right before. I would always in different, you know, posts, you know, with social media, I would, you know, hashtag, you know, Stay Down for the Crown, Stay Down for the Crown. And it would be things that I would tell my children, you know, when different life circumstances would happen, you know, we staying down. You know, Queen is something that I answer to. I just didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm Queen Aziza. You know what I mean? You know, it just don't happen like that. You know, I mean, you can. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, you know, but I am what I am. you know, and
right.
I can stand on that, you know, and the levels to it comes with sacrifice. It comes with trying to figure out, you know, how is this going to get taken care of? And you're wanting to launch a business. Can you afford to do this at this time? And it was something that was shared with me actually by Nipsey. I met him on my birthday in 2018. And we had a long conversation. And I didn't post about it and go live and do all of that because that was a sacred moment, right?
Right.
And it wasn't on no celebrity shit. It was a sacred moment just watching this brother outside of Nipsey, the rapper. You feel me? And so we got a chance to sit down and talk. He just affirmed what my ancestors have been telling me all the time. Aziza, it's time. Like, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? What excuse do you have not to do it? And so when I bet on myself, I bet on myself and invest in myself, some of my greatest moments have come from pain. And Stay Down for the Crown is now, not saying that I'm not going to have pain, because, you know, my creator, he said no weapons formed against me shall prosper. He didn't say it wasn't going to be no fucking weapons. You know what I mean? So I have to, you know, it's, you know, and that's something that it wasn't procrastination. It was, how can I juggle it all? And to the point, like, it's like, I'm already juggling so much already. Why not? I'm juggling being a mother. I'm juggling being, you know, getting up and going to work every day. I'm juggling my time and doing the things I need to do as far as my familial duties. And then also, as people come into my tribe, whatever it is that they need from me at that time, you know, so it's all reciprocity, you know, with when it comes, it's here. And I just have to run with it now. Now it's no stopping. I mean, it's just like, I just can't sit still. You know, I'm sitting in my floor right now because I'm just like a little kid. Just can't wait. You know, just can't wait.
Yeah.
But that's really when I seriously started realizing that I needed to just do it. And now it's here. And it didn't require me to actually do anything extra.
So being that you are a spiritual being, and, you know, you're moving forward with your business venture with Stand Down for the Crown, how do you plan to handle with adversity and doubt? Or have you dealt with that, and how did you handle that?
That's a good question. My life has been built on adversity. It has. Even from a young age, it's been, you know, traumas and psychoses and disease within, you know, my own family. So the adversity part, that's the easy part. You know, the adversity, for me it is.
Yeah.
Because again, as I said, my greatest moments, I channeled that pain into something that's my power. And some people may not get that, but when you have to go through certain things to elevate you to the next level, the shit don't come to you overnight. And the biggest thing that I had to do is remove doubt from any and everything that I put my hands on. Because if I'm doubting myself, then how can I get anyone else to be supportive?
Right. So what are your plans to grow your business? What is the future plans for Stand Down for the Crown? How do you plan to reach the community? How do you plan to reach others?
I'm with a podcast. That's something that I do want to do, because I won't be so limited to the restrictions of, you know, social media. I don't need anybody reporting me and blocking me and shit like that. You know, because
why would they block you?
Why would they block you? People out there, you know, they may not like what I have to say and want to report me to, you know, Facebook, you know, jail, police. And I don't got time for those types of games. So a podcast will give me the freedom that I need to say what I want to say and when I want to say it. And some of the shit that I say, I said shit, but it will. I want it on merchandise. So if I want to put I hate people on a t-shirt, I'm going to do it. It might be something I can't say, but you can read it. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's just one small microcosm of what it is. You know, it may be, you know, philosophy. It may be certain heroes in my life that I haven't seen on merchandise yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, one minute I'm listening to Fela Kuti, and the next minute I'm listening to Gates.
Right.
You know, or
I get you. Yeah.
To Trap Baby WAP. Or I may be listening to I mean, you know, it just depends. You know, so
right.
You know, and the creative part of that, you know, and words are so powerful. You know that. You know, poetry is a love of mine. It saved me from a very dark space, you know, at a time. It became my church in a sense, you know, attending, you know, poetry. And I don't perform a lot. I've only performed twice. But when I speak, you know, I've had others say, well, that was, you know, like poetry, or do you do poetry? Or they have this assumption that I do. And then some of the elders in the community here in Dallas, they just be like, you look like you got something to say, young sister. You see what I'm saying? So if it moves you, you know, if it ignites or gets you to think or research, because I'm subliminal in a lot of ways, but I'm really not. You know, I said what I said. It might require you to do some research, you know, to be able to converse with me about what it is that I said or what I posted. You know what I'm saying? But that's all what it is. You know, that's it's all, you know, we all can study and move, and energy moves in that way. So even if I were to say something, I'd be like bobblehead. I meant what I said before I said bobblehead. If it don't apply to you, it don't apply to you. I know I'm not for everybody. I'm aware of that. And that's okay. We all have our own past, and I want to just meet people on where they are. Because when you become aware or conscious for, you know, most people, it's a realm of dimension, just like sound, space, time. It's subconsciousness. It's a realm of dimension. It's what you do with it. So while I'm in this plane, I need to capitalize on every moment. I don't have any time to waste on who did it, why they did it, where it came from. Did you get the message? That's really what I'm on. I don't want divisiveness. I don't want to shun anyone off because they're not on the frequency that I'm on. But if I can assist in any way with my brand to get you to dig into yourself or be like, I can do this, then my duty as a righteous individual has been done.
Oh, wow. That's deep. And I know you, prior to the podcast tonight, we've shared some personal journey, some personal information that I think would be vital to the listeners. If there was a piece of advice that you could give someone starting off on an entrepreneur journey, what would that piece of advice be? And I know that your story has a lot to do with the things that you went through, your past traumas and things that you went through in your life. If you don't mind sharing at least one of your experiences and leaving with a piece of advice for the listeners out there tonight.
Let's see. Let me draw. There's been I just think, you know, I survived the crack epidemic as a child. You know, and a lot of people in my age group affected them in different ways, whether it be family members, whether it be incarceration, whatever it was, you know. That was one thing that stays with me. I'm a domestic violence survivor also. So if it could be one thing I would share is the dark days, they're gonna come. They're gonna come. Do you choose to live in it, or do you choose to rise above it? So I'm the knowledge piece, and I'll never stop acquiring knowledge. Knowledge is infinite. For me, my path now is the manifestation of the knowledge, which is wisdom. You know, manifestation of that which I know, and everything else is going to fall into place as far as my brand. You know, the logo, I've had it, Lakea, to be honest, for over a year. And I've had, you know, my tribe has been so supportive. They didn't know what it was. They just saw me posting and was like, what is that? I want in on it. I'm serious. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You got something going on? What is that for? Well, whatever it is, queen, I'm down. I got you. And those type of affirmations are blessed, and I hold them very sacred. Before I even spoke, like, well, this is what I'm going to do. I got this going into production. You see what I'm saying? It was the support was there, which that's just divine order for me. It was just, it's organic and it's divine order, to where if it wasn't supposed to happen to me 3 years ago or 2 years ago, it wasn't my time.
Right.
But now it is.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Speaking into existence. It's already here.
Yeah.
It's
now,
here.
Now it is.
Yeah. Well, Aziza, I want to leave this time for you to be able to leave your social media contact information for those individuals that want to follow your movement, stay down for the crown, and to also see the upcoming events and things that you may have coming aboard. And then also in this closing, I want you to announce maybe anything that you have possibly that's going to be coming up in the near future. So I'll leave this time for you to be able to go ahead and start that off.
So stay down for the crown. Merchandise should be rolling out. I'm waiting just to approve the final artwork. So I'm looking at a tentative date of before the end of the month is out. So merchandise will be ready. Just, tees will be ready. Buttons, stickers. I want my logo on everything. On everything. You know what I mean? on everything. As far as with other things that I'm involved in, as far as music wise, I have a group of artists that are dear to me here, based here in Dallas, that I just our interaction became, I don't even know how. I love music, okay? I can't say how it happened, but the shit happened. And
divine time.
Yeah, it happened. I critique, music beats, send them back. I got, producers and artists that send me stuff. And, I became like the Infy matriarch, which is my bonus son, his Infy, that's his label, Ricky Blue, out of Pleasant Grove, Texas. So I'm the Infy matriarch. So whenever you see hashtag Infy matriarch, he gave me that title. And I support the young brother and everything that he's doing, visually, music wise. Dele the poet, he blessed me and allowed me to be on his album Mango.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. So we running the numbers up on that. You can stream that on all platforms. The Mango album had the Dele the poet, and also you can reach me Aziza Ankh. I'm on Facebook. My first and last name, but Aziza Ankh is in there. They won't let me change it. They won't let me change it to just Aziza Ankh. It's Alicia Aziza Ankh Williams. They won't let me change it. I've tried. Trust me. On Instagram, you can follow me at Aziza_Ankh. The website, as far as purchasing merchandise, be through Big Cartel. So it's Stay Down for the Crown 1973, because that's the year that I entered this dimension, 1973. So I've been original since 1973. So that's the website is almost done with the finishing touches on that. So I'm just really excited about everything that's taking place and how it's doing and what it's doing and what it's doing for the people. And
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you.
I appreciate that so much. And I don't just say shit just to say shit. If I don't mean it, I ain't gonna say it.
We know. We definitely know.
If I don't mean it, I ain't gonna say it. If it, peace is the absence of chaos. So if it ain't no peace, I'm just gonna give you a head nod and be like, shit, what's up? If it's peace, then it'll be peace and blessings, upon you. You know what I mean?
Right. So
I may hit you with a assalamu alaikum. You may not know what to say back, but that's fine. If you just say peace, namaste, ashe, all of it, it don't matter. It's all the same thing. It don't matter what you use. How it's, it doesn't matter. So yeah, the affirmations are just coming from everywhere to just saying, it's your time. It's your time. So I can shed the traumas and turn those traumas into something beautiful. And I know this is going to be a very beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I'm very, very happy for you. And you guys, I know, for the listeners out there tonight, I also wanted to make a special announcement. Starting May of 2020, Aziza and I, we will be co-hosting a special series, 10 episodes, Hella Thoughts. Whoop, whoop. So very excited to be working with you. I know that, you know, you and I, we both come from two different worlds, but very similar worlds. So our personalities will definitely live out your mission for what you're trying to do with Stay Down for the Crown. I mean, like you said, if they can't understand it, hey, maybe I can break it down in Project English terms for them. Huh,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Get on this wave.
Right,
yes,
right.
I
so
was
you guys,
waiting for that. Yes, 2020, May 2020, me and this queen, we're gonna have 10 episodes, and who knows more. You know, this is for the people. This is for the culture, and what better day to jump this off than today, the Culture Freedom Day. So today is for you numerology people. It's 444. You know, I'm aware of how y'all see things. That's fine. It's all good. It's all good. We just
the day of stability for those who understand it in that terminology. Yeah.
So it's all great, man. It's just great. We just have to how can I put it without just putting it how I want to put it? I was searching for.
Put it how you want to put it. Put it how you want to put it. It sounds better.
We staying down. I mean, we staying down. We working from home. We quarantine. Can't go nowhere. I mean, so what better time? This isn't the vacation that I had envisioned for myself. You know, I was looking to be on the beach somewhere right about now. However, you know, everything is for a reason. This allows this time for us to catapult our shit. We gonna be like shit, Simone Biles. We gonna shit. It's like gymnastics.
Right.
The rings. We on the horse, and we gonna land with a perfect 10. You feel me?
Right. I feel you. And for you guys who want to check us out, we're still gonna be on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Please check us out on YouTube. Definitely. Spotify, any social media platform you can think of, we're going to be there. In a couple of weeks as well, we'll also have a special hour dedicated for us on a particular radio station. We'll get you guys that information out soon as possible. So we have a lot of exciting things coming up, so just please stay tuned. I'm so looking forward with working with you, Isaiah, because I know we're gonna be great. We're gonna have so many things coming aboard. And if there's anyone out there listening that wants to come on and interview with us, you're more than welcome. We're gonna upgrade, and we're gonna be doing visual. We're gonna be virtual, so you guys will be able to see us while we're doing our podcast, and also be able to call in and ask questions during our podcast. So we moving on now.
They want to ask questions. I love shit. Let's play shit. What you want to ask?
So you guys, please check us out. And again, we'll be letting you guys know more soon, closer to that time when we're going to premiere our first episode. So please stay tuned for that. And in closing, I just want to thank you again, Azalea, for coming on tonight and being a special guest on Bombshell 1111 podcast. Your words of wisdom are very, 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 very valuable. And I hope that the listeners were able to be inspired by those words. I wish you the best on your independent journey that you have going on.
Appreciate you, Queen. Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm just so excited for our journey that we're about to go on. So, is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to before we end the podcast tonight?
Let's see. My seeds are listening, and others are listening too. So, I just want to give a shout out to everyone that has been supportive of Aziza throughout the years. I don't care how long you've known me. I don't deal in time in the way that people do. So I just want to shout out everyone that support, comment, reshares, what I'm doing on their social media platforms. You know who you are. My tag game sucks. It does. It does. Trying to tag everybody, but those that rock with me, they know who they are. They know. Yeah. So they're out there, and if they were able to tune in and listen tonight, I appreciate you. If not, you can go back and listen to this on all the platforms that the Queen just spoke of. And I want to thank you all from my innermost for your support and staying down with me. It means a lot. I appreciate you all.
Thank you. And you guys, with that being said, I would like to tell you guys good night and thanks for tuning in tonight. And always remember, you are a bomb within your own shell. Peace, love, and light, you guys. Until next time, good night.
Good night.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure you subscribe so you're notified when a new episode is posted. Rate, review, and share this podcast with your family and friends. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you're leaving with some valuable information that can help you on your personal journey. Also, check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Bombshell 1111 or at Bombshell 1111 TV. You can also check out our mental health page, Your Health is Your Wealth, on Facebook, which is a page created to inform and support individuals with mental health and other health conditions. And with that being said, always remember, you guys, you are a bomb within your own shell. And until next time, peace, love, and light.